The Lombaxes were known for their mechanical and technological skills. They originate from Polaris Galaxy, from planet Fastoon. Ironically, their home planet looks like a desert planet just like Veldin. Many years ago, there was this great war against the Cragmite Empire. The Lombaxes, using their secret, were able to send the Cragmites to another dimension. According to supercomputer Iris, located on Cr'tes Comet, these Cragmites were sent to X-249 on a dying star. Their current status, their current mood, they're angry and bored. Iris is known for being the most ancient computer in the Polaris Galaxy. Creator, unknown. The creator has basically been forgotten. However, according to this supercomputer, one Cragmite survived. An egg was found in Trillium mines on planet Zoric, according to issue number 3. Now, for some unknown reason, the computer was actually expecting Ratchet. Now, Trillium was the main source for the Lombaxes. It was the hardest substance in the galaxy and was highly toxic. Trillium, for example, was used to make an armor. It was engineered at the Center for Advanced Lombax Technology, and it is assumed that the Lombaxes used this armor during the Great War. Trillium was mainly mined by the Lombaxes. Once the egg was discovered, the Lombaxes decided to raise this Cragmite, and in the future, this Cragmite was known as Percival Tachyon. Now, a time came where Tachyon approached the Lombaxes with a bunch of great ideas for weapons and defenses. Even if the threat of the Cragmites was over, Alister Azimuth believed that Polaris was not safe, and because of that, he thought that Tachyon was the right solution. Now, Kaden, Ratchet's father, was Alister Azimuth's childhood friend. He told Azimuth not to trust him. The Lombaxes at one point grew very suspicious of Tachyon, but Azimuth wasn't suspicious, so he pretty much gave him full access to the Lombax technology. Here's a question though, why even raise a Cragmite knowing that they were a threat back then? The Lombaxes probably thought that by raising Tachyon, he wouldn't turn out to be like the other Cragmites they fought a long time ago. They thought that Tachyon would turn out to be a nice guy, but that wasn't the case. Once Tachyon found out about his species and what happened to them in the past, he changed, and the Lombaxes realized that. That's why they grew very suspicious of him. The thing is, Tachyon wanted revenge, and once he found out about the Lombax technology, he raised this army against them, and he pretty much caused chaos. Kaden specifically told Azimuth not to show him anything. Alister didn't listen, so he pretty much got exiled. He was no longer allowed to be part of the Lombaxes. Now, during the battle, the Lombaxes took refuge in the court of Azimuth. They used the Lombax Secret to travel to another dimension. This Lombax Secret was the Dimensionator. During the Great War, the Lombaxes used the Dimensionator to send the Cragmites to another dimension. Now, Kaden refused to take refuge. And why is that? He wanted to protect his wife. He sent all the Lombaxes to this other dimension, but then he went back to try and save his wife. Now, where was his wife during the battle? Was she taking care of Ratchet? Was she stuck? Why didn't she follow the Lombaxes to the other dimension? Why not take Ratchet and his wife to the other dimension? If Kaden wanted to save his family, why not send his wife and his child to the other dimension as well? I think Kaden didn't feel like leaving his family. He wanted Ratchet to be raised by both his parents. If he had sent Ratchet and his mom to the other dimension, Ratchet would have grown up without his father. And I think that's what Kaden was thinking about. Wait, without his father? Why wouldn't Kaden also go to the other dimension? Well, here's the thing. Kaden is considered the keeper of the Dimensionator. He's the protector. Who's going to protect the Dimensionator once all of the Lombaxes leave? He didn't want the Dimensionator to go in the hands of Tachyon. Kaden probably thought that by sending all of the Lombaxes to another dimension, he would be able to at least save his own family. But that didn't happen, unfortunately. By the time Kaden went back, it was too late. His wife was gone. Now, here's another question. If his wife was taking care of Ratchet, if they were hiding, then how was Ratchet even safe? If his mom died, where was Ratchet? Did she hide him somewhere? If his wife was with Ratchet, wouldn't they have killed Ratchet as well? But anyways, once Kaden had the chance, he sent Ratchet to the Solana Galaxy, where he ended up on planet Veldin. Why did he leave his son? Okay, he wanted to save him, but Ratchet would then grow up without his father. I think that Kaden believed that it was his duty to protect the Polaris Galaxy. Because of that, he tried fighting Tachyon on his own. Unfortunately, he failed. And in his last moments, Tachyon asked him about the whereabouts of the Dimensionator. Kaden refused to say anything. So because of that, Tachyon took his life. If we go with the original Ratchet and Clank, Ratchet grew up on his own, but if we go with the original, he got raised by Grimroth, and he pretty much got the name Ratchet on Veldin. No one knows what his real name is. It's a mystery. Later on, Max Apogee, Tolwyn's father, discovered the whereabouts of the Dimensionator. He discovered the Lombax artifact. Using it, he was able to discover the Dimensionator. Max Apogee was this explorer and collector of rare antiquities. The Dimensionator was originally discovered on Recan 5. It is believed that the Dimensionator was created on Recan 5. The Center of Advanced Lombax Research was spread around Polaris, primarily on planet Sargasso and Recan 5, and it is believed that Recan 5 is the planet in which the Dimensionator was created. Anyways, once Max Apogee discovered the Dimensionator, he decided to relocate it on planet Jacindu, in Cr'tes City. Apogee's current whereabouts? No one knows. All we know is that the space pirates eventually found out about the Lombax artifact. They were chasing Max Apogee, and that's pretty much what we know. But, according to issue number 5, Max Apogee actually saved Angela Cr'tes from Tachyon. Now, why was she running away from Tachyon? Tachyon hated Lombaxes. Is Angela Cr'tes a Lombax? According to Space Radio, Angela Cr'tes is a Lombax, and apparently female Lombaxes don't have tails. What else do we know about Angela? Angela only appeared in Going Commando, and according to the radio, she was last seen in the Cerulean sector. Apparently she was using Max Apogee's ship and was found on autopilot. Point of origin was Jacindu. Max Apogee relocated the Dimensionator on Jacindu. Did he tell Angela about the Dimensionator? Maybe. Did they use the Dimensionator to travel to the other dimension, the Lombax dimension? No one really knows. We can just speculate. Max Apogee was probably killed by space pirates. Who knows? Maybe Angela was killed as well. We don't really know. There's no clear answer. Now, we actually got a glimpse of the Lombax dimension in Tools of Destruction. It looks like the Lombaxes built this city on their own. The towers look like a bunch of wrenches. Now the wrench, it seems like it's a common weapon for the Lombaxes. We can compare this to Sly Cooper's cane. That cane has been present for generations. It pretty much seems like that the wrench represents the Lombaxes. Now, who started using the wrench as a melee weapon? That we don't know. But here's one thing we've all been asking ourselves. Are we gonna find out more about the Lombaxes in the future? I mean, the Lombaxes are alive and well, judging by the glimpse of the dimension we saw. But anyways, what happened to Azimuth? Azimuth found out about the Great Clock. He tried using it to bring back the Lombaxes. Now, the Great Clock cannot be used as a time machine. It can destroy the universe. Azimuth was too stubborn at one point. He blamed himself for the death of Kaden. He thought that by using the Great Clock, he would be able to bring back the Lombaxes. Once he used the Great Clock, he realized that he made a mistake. The clock got too unstable. He tried stopping the Great Clock from going haywire. He succeeded, but it took his life. And that was pretty much it of Alister Azimuth. I don't know about you guys, but the story in Crack in Time is so interesting. It actually has movie potential. If a Crack in Time was turned into a movie, I think critics would have preferred that. What happened to the Lombaxes, how Azimuth betrayed them, it has potential. But anyways guys, this is pretty much it for the video. What do you think of the story of the Lombaxes? I mean, there's a dimension out there. I would absolutely love to find out more about it. What about you guys? Tell me what you think in the comment section. And what about Angela Cr'tes? I'll leave it at that. Anyways, I've been Vivi and thanks for watching guys.